In celebration of Cybersecurity Awareness Month, let's explore social engineering attacks and countermeasures. We will delve into the realm of human manipulation in the cyber world, gaining a better understanding of these techniques, their impacts, and how to protect ourselves from social engineering attacks. Social engineering attacks manipulate human behavior instead of exploiting tech flaws. Attackers use tactics like posing as authority figures to gain trust and access sensitive information. Common methods include phishing, where attackers pretend to be legitimate to get data, and pretexting, where a fake scenario is created for the same goal. Others include baiting, leaving tempting items like USBs in public, and tailgating, following someone into secure areas. Social engineering is a technique that hackers use to take advantage of human psychology and coerce individuals into performing certain actions or revealing confidential information. It involves a range of tactics that cybercriminals use to gain the trust of their targets, such as creating a sense of urgency, exploiting emotions, and building rapport. These hackers use these methods to deceive their targets and ultimately achieve their malicious objectives, such as stealing personal data, distributing malware, or gaining unauthorized access to systems and networks. Cybercriminals use phishing to pretend to be trusted organizations and trick people into sharing private details like passwords or credit card numbers. They often use emails, social media, or other online platforms for this. Always be careful with online messages asking for sensitive information. Fraudulent emails are getting more convincing and can be easily mistaken for legitimate ones. These emails aim to deceive recipients into clicking on harmful links, downloading infected files, or sharing sensitive information. Attackers often use current events like natural disasters, pandemics, economic issues, elections, or holidays to exploit people's fears and trick them into revealing confidential data or infecting their devices with malware. To stay safe, individuals and organizations should be vigilant and cautious when dealing with emails from unknown or suspicious sources. In the digital age, cybercriminals use phishing to trick people into giving away personal and financial details. They send fake emails or create fake websites that look real to get login details, especially for online banking. Phishing is popular among attackers because it's simple and effective. Hackers use advanced phishing attacks to trick people into giving out private details like passwords or credit card numbers. They send fake emails or create websites that look real. It's important to be cautious of odd messages and always check a website's authenticity to avoid these scams. Phishing through email attachments remains a significant cybersecurity threat, as cybercriminals often disguise malicious files as legitimate documents to deceive recipients. It is essential to exercise caution, verifying sender authenticity and refraining from opening attachments from unfamiliar sources to protect against potential compromises. Phishing attacks often use malicious attachments to deceive recipients. These files can contain harmful software that jeopardizes device and network security. To protect yourself, be cautious with emails from unknown sources, especially those with suspicious attachments. Here are some of the ways to protect yourself against phishing. When it comes to protecting yourself against phishing scams, it's important to be skeptical and cautious. Always check the sender details to ensure that the email or message is coming from a legitimate source. Hover over links and buttons before clicking on them to make sure they are taking you to a secure website. Never share sensitive information, such as passwords or credit card details, with anyone online. Use two-factor authentication, 2FA, to add an extra layer of security to your accounts, whenever possible. Stay informed about the latest phishing techniques and tactics, and be on the lookout for suspicious emails or messages. Consider installing security software on your devices to protect against potential threats. And if you ever receive a suspicious email, report it to the appropriate authorities right away. Protecting yourself from social engineering attacks is crucial in today's digital landscape. To stay safe, pay attention to your emotional response to messages. If something makes you overly anxious or excited, it might be a warning sign. Next, scrutinize the sender's legitimacy. Is the email from a known contact with a professional email address, or does it seem fishy? Additionally, examine the email for odd details like spelling errors or attachments that seem suspicious. Always verify the sender's identity. Ask for proof if you have doubts. Lastly, remember that if an offer sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Exercise caution and think twice before clicking on links or sharing personal information. These steps can significantly reduce your vulnerability to social engineering attacks and help keep your online activities secure. Smishing is a scam using text messages to trick people into clicking harmful links. These links can open web pages, emails, or dial numbers, exposing personal information. Smishing combines SMS and phishing, and involves impersonating real entities to steal data. Smishing, or SMS phishing, is a sneaky method used by cybercriminals to trick people through fake text messages. They pretend to be trustworthy organizations to get personal information, make you do things, or infect your devices with malware. These attacks can aim for money, steal your identity, or lead to more advanced cybercrimes. As mobile devices become more common, it's vital to watch out for smishing and take steps to stay safe. If you get a text seeming to be from your bank asking for urgent action and providing a link, be cautious. The link might lead to a fake site aiming to steal your info. Real organizations don't ask for sensitive data via text. Always check with official sources before acting on such messages. Here are some of the common scenarios of smishing attacks. Scammers trick people using various methods. They might pretend to be shipping companies, inform about fake prizes, send fake security alerts, or pose as charities asking for donations. They prompt users to click links, which can lead to harmful sites or downloads. Always be cautious before clicking on unfamiliar links. Scammers use various tactics to steal money and information, such as pretending to be romantic partners on dating sites to request money or personal info. They may also offer fake job opportunities, asking for personal details or upfront payments. Some scammers mimic mobile apps, seeking account verification and risking account compromise or malware installation. They can even pose as friends or family members in crisis, urgently requesting assistance. To stay safe, it's crucial to verify any requests before sharing personal or financial information. Smishing is a text message scam that's dangerous. Scammers send texts that seem important or urgent to trick you. They might pretend to be someone you know or ask for your personal info. To stay safe, be careful with unexpected texts that want quick action or your details. Don't share your info or click unknown links. If you get a suspicious text, tell your mobile carrier and the authorities. Also, be cautious about sharing personal info on social media because scammers can use it. Staying alert and careful is the best way to protect yourself from smishing. Don't click on links in text messages, especially if they ask for personal details. Instead, type the official website's URL directly. Use SMS filtering apps to block spam texts. If a message seems urgent, verify its source before acting. By being cautious, you can protect yourself from rising smishing attacks. Phishing is a phone scam where scammers pretend to be trustworthy entities, like banks, to trick people into sharing personal and financial details. Always be cautious, and don't give out information unless sure of the caller's identity. Phishing attacks are rising. Scammers pose as trusted figures like bank reps or government officials to trick people over the phone. They aim to get personal or financial details. Always be cautious with unsolicited calls and never give out sensitive information. Beware of the tech support impersonation scam, where criminals pretend to be technical support agents from well-known technology companies or software providers in order to trick people into providing personal information, allowing remote access to their computers, or paying for unnecessary services or software that they don't actually need. This type of scam can be especially dangerous, as the fraudsters may gain access to sensitive data or install harmful software on the victim's computer. Have you heard about the bank account verification scam? It's a type of phishing scam that preys on unsuspecting individuals by using voice phishing techniques. Scammers pose as representatives from banks or financial institutions and lure victims into divulging sensitive financial information or taking actions that could lead to their bank accounts being compromised. This type of scam is becoming increasingly common, and it's important to stay vigilant and protect your personal information. You get a call seemingly from your bank, with the caller ID even showing your bank's name. They mention suspicious activity in your account and ask for personal details to verify your identity. While they sound genuine, even suggesting they're protecting you, they may push for fund transfers or remote access to your online banking. In truth, they aim to access and steal from your account. Always be cautious and never give out details on the phone, unless you're sure of the caller's identity. Phishing scammers use clever tactics to deceive people over the phone, anytime, and anywhere. They exploit situations like emergencies, holidays, or even regular business hours. Being alert and skeptical of unexpected calls asking for personal or financial details is crucial. In situations where you may feel uncertain or suspicious, it is always best to ask the following questions for clarification and safety considerations. Start by requesting personal details such as their name, company, job title, and a phone number to call them back on. Next, inquire about the purpose of their call to ensure it aligns with your expectations. If the caller represents an organization, it is crucial to verify their identity by requesting their employee ID or their supervisor's name. Finally, it is essential to verify the phone number used to make the call, as attackers may use a legitimate number to call back and attempt to deceive you. To protect yourself from phishing scams, always verify a caller's identity by using official contact details from websites or documents. Don't share personal or financial details over the phone with unknown callers. Legitimate groups won't ask for such details in unsolicited calls. If unsure, hang up and contact the organization directly. Using call blocking apps can also help prevent scam calls. To safeguard against phishing, securely store personal details and avoid unnecessary sharing. If a caller asks for payment, verify the request with official contact details before proceeding. Report suspicious calls to authorities and educate family, especially the elderly, about phone scams. Taking these precautions helps protect against phishing threat. To defend against phishing attacks, always verify the caller's identity before sharing personal or sensitive information. Don't provide details to unverified callers. Businesses should establish security policies, train employees, and use call authentication tools. Encourage reporting of suspicious calls to enhance a culture of security. To safeguard customer data and transactions, set clear phone call security policies. Use call authentication tools to confirm incoming call legitimacy. If doubtful about a call, hang up and contact the organization directly using official details. These measures can help prevent phishing scams and protect sensitive data. Lottery scams trick people into thinking they've won a prize, asking them to pay fees to claim it. After paying, victims discover there's no real prize. This scam exploits people's desire for quick wealth, and can lead to financial and emotional harm. Lottery scams falsely promise big winnings but ask for upfront fees. Real lotteries don't charge winners to claim prizes. Scammers use urgency to get victims to pay quickly, leading to financial loss. It's vital to stay alert to avoid such scams. Reputable lotteries don't contact winners via unsolicited texts or ask for fees up front. If you get such a message, it's likely a scam. Avoid responding and report it to local authorities to protect others. Individuals with certain age groups, income levels, educational backgrounds, and personality traits may have a higher risk of falling victim to these fraudulent activities. Scammers target vulnerable groups like the elderly, those with financial troubles, the less tech-savvy, and individuals with a gambling history. These groups are often more trusting or seeking quick financial solutions, making them easier targets for scams. Lottery scams are on the rise. Common signs include notifications of winning a contest you didn't enter, unrealistically high prize amounts, and requests for upfront fees. Legitimate lotteries don't ask winners for fees before giving out prizes. Be cautious and never share personal information, or pay money to suspicious callers or messages. To spot a lottery scam, look for grammatical mistakes, misspelled words, or only email/phone contacts without a physical address. Real lotteries provide official documents, while scammers usually don't. Always verify before acting on any win notification. Identity theft is when someone steals personal information without consent to commit fraud, like stealing money or accessing services. This can harm the victim's finances and reputation. Identity theft can occur both offline, like through stolen wallets, and online, through phishing or hacks. To protect yourself, secure physical documents, use strong passwords, monitor finances, avoid sharing personal info online, and stay updated on threats. Offline identity theft happens when personal info is stolen physically. This includes stealing items like passports from wallets, searching trash for documents, or taking mail for financial details. Such theft can lead to financial loss, ruined credit, or identity fraud. Offline identity theft happens when personal info is taken from physical sources. This includes stolen wallets exposing ID and credit cards, or con artists tricking people into sharing information. Thieves might pose as trustworthy entities or exploit emotions. Being aware and protective is essential. Digital identity theft is a growing threat, with cybercriminals using tactics like phishing, hacking, and malware to steal personal data. Phishing tricks people into sharing info on fake sites, while hackers breach databases of organizations. Malware and keyloggers capture user activities. Safeguarding personal info online is crucial. Digital identity theft involves a range of cybercriminal tactics. Account takeovers occur when unauthorized access to personal accounts is gained, often through password theft or guessing. This can result in unauthorized transactions, identity misuse, or further malware distribution. Ransomware and extortion tactics involve criminals encrypting a victim's data and demanding payment for decryption. In some cases, they threaten to expose sensitive data unless a ransom is paid. Social media exploitation is another method, where cybercriminals extract personal information from social media profiles. This information can be used in hacking attempts, to answer security questions, or to craft targeted phishing attacks. Lastly, credit card skimming involves stealing credit card data using physical devices at ATMs, gas pumps, or point-of-sale terminals, or through malicious online tools. It's crucial to be vigilant and take preventive measures against these digital identity theft methods. When people become victims of identity theft, their personal details are misused by criminals. These thieves can open new credit cards, take out loans, buy things without permission, get medical services, commit crimes under the victim's name, or wrongly claim government benefits using the victim's identity. In today's digital world, safeguarding personal information is vital due to frequent data breaches and identity theft. Store vital documents securely and share personal information sparingly, only with trusted sources. Use strong, varied passwords for online accounts, avoiding obvious details like birthdays. Consider a password manager for added security and ease. For better online security, enable two-factor authentication, 2FA, on accounts. This requires a second verification step, like a code sent to your phone, making it harder for intruders. Secure your mail to avoid information theft. Collect mail quickly and shred personal documents before disposal to prevent fraud. Regularly check bank and card statements for unusual activities. Consider a credit freeze or fraud alert to stop unauthorized account openings. Limit personal information shared online, and be cautious with links and attachments in unfamiliar emails to prevent identity theft. Keep your devices updated with the latest security patches and antivirus software. Use strong PINs, passcodes, or biometrics for added protection. Avoid public Wi-Fi for sensitive tasks, or use a VPN. These steps can help reduce the risk of cyber attacks and keep your information safe. Before disposing of old electronics, wipe them clean of sensitive data or destroy the storage media. Stay updated on identity theft techniques and scams. Educate yourself and loved ones, especially children and seniors, about protecting personal information in the digital age. Online shopping scams are on the rise. They trick customers into buying non-existent or low-quality products. These scams can be fake websites, phishing emails, or misleading ads. They can cause financial loss, identity theft, and receipt of poor products. Always be careful when shopping online to avoid these scams. Consumers should know about various online shopping scams. Some scams use fake websites offering great deals, but they send bad products or none at all. Another scam, phishing, sends fake emails or websites pretending to be trusted retailers or banks asking for personal details. Always be wary of unsolicited emails and unknown links. Beware of overpayment scams where fake buyers overpay and ask for a refund, using fake payments or chargebacks, causing the seller to lose money. Another scam involves sellers not delivering purchased items after getting paid, leaving buyers without their products and making it hard to get refunds. A bait and switch scheme is where a seller advertises a specific product at an irresistible price, but sends a lower quality or different item once the purchase is made. Another common scam is gift card fraud, where scammers request payment in the form of gift cards, claiming that they need the codes to complete the purchase. Once they have the codes, they can quickly redeem them and vanish without a trace. On social media, scammers often resort to promoting fraudulent online stores or deals by creating intriguing posts, organizing fake contests, or showcasing products that are priced incredibly low to lure in unwary shoppers. In some cases, sellers may even resort to posting fake reviews to artificially boost their products' ratings, thereby tricking unsuspecting customers into buying items based on fictitious positive feedback. If you think you've been scammed online, act quickly. Contact your bank or payment provider to report it and ask for a refund. Collect all evidence, like emails and receipts, and report the scam to the police. Monitor your accounts for suspicious activities and alert your bank about any unauthorized transactions. Acting fast can help limit damage and possibly get your money back. It is vital to ensure that you shop safely to avoid falling prey to online scams. To safeguard your personal and financial information and experience a positive and secure shopping experience, it is crucial to exercise caution and conduct thorough research. Using secure payment methods and staying informed about common scam tactics are also essential measures to protect yourself from being scammed. If you suspect any suspicious activity, it is advisable to report it to the relevant authorities or consumer protection agencies to prevent potential scams. A SIM swap scam is when a fraudster tricks a phone company into switching a person's phone number to a new SIM card they control. This lets them steal one-time passcodes sent to the victim's phone, giving them access to bank accounts, emails, and more. This can lead to identity theft and financial loss for the victim. SIM swap scams are on the rise. In this scam, fraudsters get a victim's personal details and trick the phone company into transferring the victim's number to their SIM card. With control over the number, they can access the victim's accounts and data for malicious purposes. It's vital to stay informed and protect yourself from such threats. An attacker gathers personal information of the victim, such as full name and phone number. Through phishing, data breaches, or social media, the attacker contacts the victim's mobile service provider by posing as the victim, and convinces the representative to issue a new SIM card by providing some of the victim's personal information. Attackers can convince mobile service providers to issue new SIM cards and take control of victims' phone numbers. With control of the victim's phone number, attackers can access various online accounts tied to that number, including email, social media, and financial accounts. After successfully infiltrating the victim's accounts, the attacker can carry out a plethora of nefarious activities, ranging from pilfering confidential information to executing deceitful financial transactions, or even commandeering the victim's online persona. To reduce the risk of falling victim to a SIM swap scam, consider adding extra security layers to your accounts, like app-based two-factor authentication instead of SMS-based 2FA. If you suspect a SIM swap, contact your mobile provider immediately. Be cautious about sharing personal information both online and offline. Avoid oversharing on social media and be skeptical when giving out personal details by phone or email. These precautions can help protect you from SIM swap scams. To prevent SIM swap scams, stay cautious. Don't click on suspicious links or download from unknown sources. If unsure about a message, verify the sender through their official website. Avoid sharing your phone number publicly. If someone asks for personal info, confirm their identity by calling the official customer support number. Only share details if you're sure it's legitimate. To stay safe, some mobile providers let you add a PIN to your SIM card for extra protection. Keep an eye on your financial and online accounts for anything unusual. If your providers offer account activity alerts, turn them on. Also, regularly check your credit reports for strange accounts or transactions that might signal identity theft. These steps help you protect yourself from security risks and keep your personal info safe. Online lending scams have grown in prevalence. Fraudsters pretend to be genuine lenders online, promising low-interest loans. Sadly, these loans are non-existent. Scammers trick victims into paying upfront fees or sharing personal and financial data. Afterward, they vanish without providing the promised loans, causing financial loss and identity compromise. These scams involve fake lending websites that seem real, making it tough for victims to differentiate between legitimate and fraudulent lenders. Stay vigilant online to avoid falling victim to these deceptive schemes. Scammers running fake online lending scams tend to focus on vulnerable targets, such as individuals and businesses in urgent need of loans. Those facing financial hardships, with poor credit, or in emergency situations are particularly susceptible. Small business owners seeking working capital or loans are also at risk as they seek financing for their ventures. It's crucial to be cautious when seeking loans online to avoid falling victim to these scams. Elderly individuals are common targets for scammers, because they may not be as familiar with online financial transactions and tend to trust official-looking websites and communications. Scammers exploit the desperation of those urgently needing money for various expenses. Also, college students and young adults with less financial experience can be vulnerable to these scams, due to their limited exposure to loans and financial management. It's essential to educate oneself and be cautious to avoid falling victim to these fraudulent schemes. Fake online lending scams are widespread and can be extremely damaging. Scammers go to great lengths to make their schemes appear legitimate, using fake websites, emails, and social media profiles that closely mimic real lending companies. They use professional-looking logos, branding, and website designs to gain trust. They offer tempting loan terms like low interest rates, high loan amounts, and fast approval. However, victims must provide personal and financial details to apply, which scammers later use for identity theft or fraud. This can result in substantial financial losses and harm to credit scores. Being cautious and verifying the legitimacy of lenders is crucial to avoid falling victim to these scams. Scammers frequently employ tactics to deceive individuals and obtain their personal information. A common approach is to request upfront fees for various purposes like loan processing, insurance, taxes, or security deposits. Victims are misled into believing these fees are essential to secure the applied loan. After the victim pays the fees, the scammer vanishes, leaving them with financial losses and no means to recover their money. This not only results in monetary harm but also leaves victims feeling powerless. Loan scammers pressure victims with urgency, making them skip due diligence and fall for the scam. They also create fake reviews to gain trust and constantly change their identities to evade authorities. Victims' emotional manipulation causes them to ignore red flags and continue with the scam. After luring victims into the scam, scammers exploit them for multiple payments before disappearing completely. Victims are left unable to contact scammers through any means. Furthermore, victims often face the aftermath of identity theft, with scammers using their information for various fraudulent activities, causing severe credit and financial damage that takes a long time to resolve. Be cautious of fraudulent online lenders who use deceptive methods to entice potential victims. These scammers promote loan offers that appear incredibly attractive, with exceptionally low interest rates and guarantees of no credit checks. They also promise rapid approval and fund transfer, often within hours or even minutes, which can be highly tempting for individuals facing urgent financial situations. Furthermore, they may propose larger loan amounts than legitimate lenders typically offer, making the deal even more alluring to borrowers. However, it's crucial to recognize that these offers are frequently fraudulent and can lead to significant financial damage. To protect yourself from fake online lending scams, it's essential to take specific precautions. Firstly, verify the legitimacy of any online lender by checking reviews, ratings, and information from reliable sources. Ensure that the lender is registered and licensed in your jurisdiction to avoid legal issues. Be cautious of unsolicited emails, social media messages, or calls offering loans, especially if you didn't initiate contact. These can be red flags for potential fraud. Prioritize caution to safeguard your financial well-being. When looking for a loan, it's important to work with legitimate lenders as they typically deduct any fees from the loan amount and won't demand upfront payments. To safeguard your personal and financial information, only share it with trusted and verified lenders. It's crucial to remain vigilant in protecting your identity and to avoid fraudulent lenders, who may try to take advantage of unsuspecting borrowers. In order to protect yourself from falling victim to fraudulent activities, it is important to be mindful of warning signs such as websites with poor design, spelling and grammar mistakes, and requests for sensitive information at the beginning of a transaction. If you come across any suspicious activity, it is recommended that you report it to your local law enforcement agency and relevant financial authorities immediately. Additionally, you can also report such activities to relevant organizations to help prevent others from being scammed. Discover top-notch cybersecurity solutions by reaching out to us through email or our social media channels. Your digital protection is our priority. Powered by Countermeasures.